What's going on, everybody? It's the Weedtastic Warrior here, coming to you with another video. This video is on pretty much the world's going crazy. What should I do, right? Well, be yourself first. Be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that you need to be anything else, unless it is not being a positive person, being hateful, or not believing in yourself. I believe that how do I change the world? Just be me. If I truly believe that I am a positive person or a positive influence in this world, what I need to do, and what I believe all my fellow other warriors need to do, is just be ourselves and practice non-violence. And because I believe there's the only thing violence on violence does is bring more violence. And it's so hard to sit back and hear people call you names. The name calling I hear now is snowflake. You know why people call people snowflakes? It's so you feel rage in your inside of you, and you act out and show the world that you're not a snowflake. You realize that? That's the only reason somebody will call you a snowflake. Because why would I call somebody that comes from the sky and makes everybody awesome and feel awesome inside and just filled with so much joy, if I really didn't want to make them upset and get them raged to show me that they were just angry or they were tough? What is the point of that? The only person you have to prove anything to is yourself, nobody else. So in this chaos, we see the people rallying on this side and that side, trying to fill egos. Some part of it is a lot of egos, because I see things like Black Lives Matter, and at the root of it, it might be trying to do great things for the black community, but how can we say Black Lives Matter and then also march the streets saying kill cops? Because there is people that have been doing Black Lives Matter and saying kill the police. That's not the answer, because when somebody breaks into my house, or somebody hurts my children, or I need somebody that I know that is trained to help me in a matter of duress, I'm not going to call Black Lives Matter. I'm going to call the police. And granted, we should be understanding that you can't put a title on somebody and expect them to fulfill everything that we think this title is. You know, we're humans. We make mistakes. What is Black Lives Matter? What is the police? What is a Nazi? What is a racist person? What is a good person, so-called? Or what is any person? They're human. So what do humans do? What are human beings? They make mistakes. We are capable of all the same things as humans. We're capable of good and evil. That's what that is the most beautiful thing about our society and the ability of the human, is that we're capable of good and evil. So why don't we just exhibit more good? Because we feel that we're trapped. Violence is never the answer. Never the answer, because you can affect so many more people with peace. You know, pick up your sword of peace. When somebody tells you they hate you or you're no good, don't take it too personal. Just try to understand their suffering. Maybe just look at, like, why are you so angry that you feel the need to be so hurtful to me, unless I am doing something that is hurtful to you? We have the greatest thing called social media now. Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, JFK, Gandhi, they weren't on Twitter. They weren't on social media. We can spread so much joy. We don't always have to be right. You know, I feel like being right is just being loving, being a good person. And even when you think that you are right on an issue, you don't have to bring the person down to show them that you're right. You don't have to prove to anybody that you're right, because in the end, liberate yourself from the ideas that people are watching you. Nobody is watching you. You are the only person that exists. Remember that. Only you. And what I mean by that is that you are your own existence. Nobody can live your existence. So if you try to explain to somebody your existence, they're not going to understand it. So if you're trying to explain to somebody a certain view that you have on a certain matter, and they're not understanding it, so we're coming to arms and we're fighting, that is not the answers, my brothers and sisters. What the answers is to love. Love, light, and spread joy, because when we do that, slowly we will have an understanding. Because when we stay at arms and we have these fists up, there's no understanding that is possibly going to ever come to light. I have seen beauty in all people. I've seen beauty in racist people. You know? I have. And I don't mean that they're like good people. I mean that, like, I've seen them do, like, I've seen a racist person lift out his hand and help out somebody of the person of a color that he was supposed to be hating because they were in need, because it was spontaneous, because he didn't have time to think, because when he followed his heart. So that's what I'm asking you, my fellow warriors. Follow your hearts. Follow your hearts. Spread joy. Don't worry about who's leading us. Lead yourself. Come together. I can do great things. I can do things you can't do. You can do things that I can't do. And together we can do amazing things together. So let's do it. Let's stop trying to be right and just live and love. Love, peace, and hair grease. That's what I want you to do in this time of chaos. If you're going to go to the streets, make sure it's peaceful. Peaceful. If people bring out pepper spray on you, you stand there peaceful. You do not, no matter what happens, if you want to take to the streets, you have to exhibit nonviolence. Because when we exhibit nonviolence, everything will come together. Another way, if you are truly upset with the system, find other ways, or the establishment, or what, that you are, find other ways of nonviolence, not just not hitting somebody. Stop spreading the hate on social media. Stop spreading the name calling. Call each other brothers and sisters, sir and ma'am, their names. Let's go back to that. Let's drop the egos. If somebody calls you a name, do not call them a name back. Say, you're right. I love you, brother. Have a blessed day. Keep it moving. Because I promise you, nobody has time to listen to drain all of their energy throughout the day on you. And you don't have that time to do that for them either. So just be beautiful, the person that you are. Find some silence. Meditate. Figure out. I truly believe that we have a self, we have a higher self. And when we get in touch with that higher self, no matter how short it is or how long it is, we can beam like the sun. And I feel the way to do that is to be in silence sometimes. See, I got my yoga mat here. Be in silence. You know, figure out what is my next step. You know, you could be the meanest person today, and tomorrow you wake up and just let all of that go. And when somebody goes, well, you were this person yesterday, say, that's who I used to be. I'm a warrior of peace today. Because I promise you, when you just love, things come together. I promise you that. Just love. I promise. Love, peace, and hair grease. Let's do big things. I promise you. Thank you for all the love. Everybody that has been messaging me. The crazy thing about Twitter is that there's so many messages going on, and I had to turn off the notification. So if you message me on Twitter, I'm going to go through all of them, and I am going to respond back to them, because some of them are just automatic responses that I send out, and then I get sent back that says you sent a link. It's just, you know, because if they have an auto DM, you know, follow me on Instagram at WeTastic Warrior, WD Tastic Warrior. Follow me on Snapchat at BrownHammer1933. I'll show you my piggies and all this awesomeness in Washington. If you're looking for a good yoga channel to follow that's free, shout out to the #1 YouTube man in the U.S., Sean Vig. You can check him out. Sean Vig is S-E-A-N, and Vig is V-I-G-U-E. Check him out on YouTube. He's got awesome videos, beginners, intermediate, and advanced. All these different crazy videos. He just a beautiful spirit. Just like, you know, I haven't met him in person, but I can just tell that if I bumped him in the street, we would just start hugging. You know, just hugging and sharing stories of peace and love. The other thing, Infinite Waters. Check him out. He's got just so much awesomeness to offer to the world, and I just don't know why he's not on the news every day. He should have a news diving deep. Peace, Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. You know, like, that's just awesomeness. Koi Fresco is another person that I've checked out. There's just so many. Just go, like, it's the craziest thing. We have all these tools to just find peace. Knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowing to go within to find all the answers. Wisdom. Taking that knowledge and actually taking that and putting it into action. So let's do it. I said I was going to be gone before, but I promise you I'm going now. Let's take a little look at the Columbian River before I leave. There's our kayaks and canoes. Love y'all. I swear to you, I promise to you, I'm not going to give up, and I promise you that if you don't, we're gonna reach the mountaintop. MLK didn't die for nothing. I promise you, brothers and sisters, he did not die for nothing. Let's make sure of it. Peace.